Welcome, ladies, degenerates, and gentlemen, back to the DeGents podcast. I'm your host, D Fuski. Sunday morning pod again with Big Rich. What are we doing, brother?
How are we doing today, Fuski? Loving the Sunday morning pods. The last time it was fantastic because I wasn't slightly hungover. Today, a little bit different. Battling the anxiety a bit. But we got football. I got a Pedialyte. Um, had a bagel, a sausage, egg, and cheese on everything. So I'm ready to go. I'm
There we
ready to
go.
go.
That's the elixir.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll happen. But we're gonna fight through it here. Let's do a quick recap of last week, which feels like years ago. But we obviously started Pats 27, Jets 14 on Thursday night.
Yep.
Um, Good win. I know, like you said a couple weeks ago, didn't look their best, but they get the W. That's all that matters.
Yep. Did you end up getting the plus 13 and a half on the Jets?
I bought
Right.
them all the way to 14 and a half.
Okay, so
So
that covered for you. It was the number was 13 and a half, like a day or two before when we did the pod.
yeah,
And then before kickoff it was 12 and a half. So that it's crazy. It really depended on that number you got, whether you win or lose there. So
yeah, it was close, and you were also close on the under as well, but you did hit it in the season long
yes, I
bets.
did.
Yeah, I paid minus 146 for the plus 14 and a half, and in this instance, it was very much worth it, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the last international game in Spain. Commanders and Dolphins go to OT. Dolphins win at 16-13. I did not have eyes on this game for more than 0 seconds because I actually did not watch a single down of the entire.
Uh, yeah, same. I was actually working last Sunday, so that morning game when I'm working,
Nope.
no idea what's going on.
But
But
that's fine. I mean, it was a close game. Obviously, they went to overtime, so good way to end the international series for the NFL and get back on U.S. soil for the home stretch here. Texans 16, Titans 13. Um, God, I don't even remember this game at all. Probably because we had Bills Bucks in the same window, and that game was electric. Um, so yeah, let's skip over the Texans game because there's not much to talk about there.
yeah, fine with me. Fine with me.
44-32 for the Bills. This game was back and forth for a while. And
Yeah.
then towards the end, the Bucks just could not hang on with Josh Allen having three passing and three rushing touchdowns. He was Superman.
Yes, he was. He was definitely Superman. And then you fast forward a week, 5 days, and he looks like I don't even know.
hmm
Looks like
Yeah,
me out there.
we had the Thursday night this week. Texans beat the Bills, so
Yeah,
good thing we skipped over him in the last game. Worked out perfect.
yeah.
Packers 27, Giants 20. Jameis kept those boys in it for as long as he could.
Yeah.
But Packers ultimately win and cover. I was on the Bills in that last game as well. We both had really good weeks this week. I was a total of 6-3, and I believe you were like 5-1 going into the afternoon slate or something like that.
Um, yeah. Last week I went 1, 2, 3, 4. I went 5-1 total,
Oh,
including
nice.
the Pats under. Um, so that Pats under. Then I went 4-1 on Sunday. So 5-1 week. And you had a good week. Probably our best combined week of the season.
Yeah, 11-4 overall. That's a great week for the show right there. Let's keep it rolling.
Yes, sir.
Um, Bears 19, Vikings 17. Eh,
Yeah, Bears almost threw that one away.
yes, but they pull out another one. They seem to be finding ways to win, which is unlike the Bears of the past.
Yeah.
They win and cover as well. And then an absolute shit kicking in Jacksonville, 35-6 over the Chargers for the Jags. I was on the Jags. That one
Yeah, me too.
almost over in like the first quarter. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was something.
that was awful. Like I just don't under, I just don't
depends on
under.
the way you look at it.
Yeah, I mean we hit our bet, but
Yeah.
I have Justin Herbert in like one of my fantasy leagues, and and Quentin Johnston and stuff like that. So obviously I'm happy the bet won, but I would have liked to see those guys perform a little bit better. Um,
Yeah.
so but it's just wild. Like Herbert has been, let's say, a top 7 quarterback this season so far. Maybe like earlier in the year he was good. He's kind of fallen off a little bit, but like that was a brutal performance from the Chargers. We
Yeah,
have like he had like 10 completions.
they got out physicaled, and usually that's what a Jim Harbaugh team would do to the opponent, not the other way around. But I really do think it comes back. I have in my notes too much travel for the Chargers. They're going all the way across the country. On top of the fact that without Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt, this team's is just it's a whole different identity for them, and it's not the way that they're designed to play, in my opinion.
Yep. Yeah, it's a
Um,
two tough guys to not have on your
I
team.
mean, two top guys at their respective positions, like top. I mean, Slater is, I think, the highest paid in the league, and then Joe Alt, obviously a superstar rookie. I mean,
Yeah,
second year player. My
second
bad.
year guy. Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
He'll cash in when that rookie deal's up. That's for sure.
yeah, he'll reset the market for sure. We had Steelers hosting the Bengals. 34-12 was the final here. It was a lot closer than that for a while. Then the Steelers pulled away at the end. Um, and then Panthers come back to beat the Falcons in overtime, 30-27 for the Panthers. They win and cover the 3.5, I think it was. I was on the Falcons. That was a pretty disappointing loss. They choked that one down the stretch.
Yeah, big time.
But hey, credit to the Panthers. They beat them twice in the 2-game series in the season, and they are they're playing well. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
they
always
play.
pretty. It's not always pretty from Bryce Young, but hey, you get a win. That's all that matters.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. What did he have last week? Passing yards?
It is not. It was not great. He had like 3 fantasy points, I think.
Who?
Bryce
Bryce
Young.
Young
Yeah,
last week.
I don't know. He's on my dynasty team. I don't check it too often.
He last week against the Falcons, he went
Oh,
nuts.
you're
He
right.
had
I was thinking about the Saints. My bad.
he had 450 and 3 tutties, but then like the 2 weeks prior, he had 178 yards combined,
Yeah.
no touchdown. It's like you never know what you're gonna get. And I have a buddy at work who's a Panthers fan, and he each week he comes in, he goes, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
We're gonna go out there, we're gonna beat a good team, or we're gonna go out there and lay an absolute egg. So,
Yeah.
but
It's. I guess you could say the same about the Falcons, and I'm officially done with the Falcons this year. I
yeah,
do not. I did not want anything to do with them.
yeah, no, I don't blame you. I do not blame you at all.
And then we had an NFC West battle in LA, 21-19 for the Rams over the Seahawks, and shouldn't have been that close. Sam Darnold had 4 picks, and somehow they still had a chance to win this game. The Seahawks did, but Rams hold on and win. So that's a big one for them in the division, of course. Those two teams are both 7-2, I believe, going into that game.
Yeah,
Um,
Rams take a hold of the NFC West. Um, I was on the Seahawks money line. It's not really a move I make usually. I usually always play the points. I did on the podcast. I had money line. I did end up like my own taking the +3 as well. But um, man, Sam Darnold seeing some ghosts again.
mm,
Big game, Sam.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it's just a blip on the radar. I mean, we saw it
Yeah,
last year at the end of the year with Minnesota, those last 2 games where they had a chance to clinch the 1 seed, and he didn't perform very well. So maybe he's getting it out of the way early, and he can get back on track. But we'll see.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
hopefully it's just a 1 game blip for them. But
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think the rest of the team is good enough that he can get back on track and have a game where he only throws 1 pick, and that will
yeah,
be the mistakes that they make, not 4.
yeah, bad picks too.
Yes, not
Like
great.
panic throws. Yeah, not great.
And then another NFC West battle, 41-22, Niners over the Cards. Trying to think back, was this the Jacoby Brissett 47 completions or whatever the hell he had? Was this that
Yeah,
game?
insane. Yeah,
Yeah, franchise record or all-time record, I think. Yeah, all-time record. Because I think
all-time
Stafford,
record.
I think Stafford was the other one that had one less. Him and somebody else were tied.
Yeah, I mean, what
But
what a
yeah,
day from Brissett.
I know. To no avail, unfortunately, for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they still lost by 20.
Yeah. And then this game of the week, probably Broncos 22, Chiefs 19. You were on the Broncos, I was on the Chiefs, and credit to the Broncos, but down the stretch there, you would assume Chiefs get the ball back with a 3-point lead and whatever it was, like less than 5 minutes to go. You in the past, that game is over. The Broncos probably don't see the ball again, but Chiefs are backs against the wall here, 5-5. They kind of have to win 6 out of the next 7 to make the playoffs, and the Broncos take a stranglehold on not only the division but the AFC as well. I mean, the Pats are right behind them, and the Colts are right there too. Big game coming up, Chiefs Colts that we'll get to, but credit to the Broncos there.
Yeah, it's a big win for the Broncos. It makes you think like if Bo Nix played like he did last year, like how dominant would this team be? You know that, but it's also a credit to how good the team is outside of that quarterback position. Like
Yes.
they are very very good. They're solid everywhere, and they just find a way to win those big games. And one thing they gotta figure out though is just playing to their level and not their opponent's level. You know, the big
Yeah.
games they show up. They beat the Eagles. They beat the Chiefs, right? And they have tough games against the Giants. Luckily, they come back and win that game. And they definitely had a couple other slip ups. I can't think of the teams they played off the top of my head, but you know what I'm talking about, which games. So
Yeah.
that's definitely their Achilles heel. If they can come out firing and play their football, that'd be a tough team to beat.
Yeah. They just got to put it 4 quarters together on offense, really. I think that's the difference.
Yeah, no, big.
And then in Cleveland, Baltimore 23, Browns 16. Baltimore keeps rolling on their must-win stretch here.
Yeah,
Um, and the night game was a bit of a stinker. Um, Eagles 16, Lions 9. Eagles win and cover. Um, it's your boy Dan Campbell. He went for it on every fourth down and didn't get, I don't think he got a single one. 0 for 4, I believe it was.
yeah, and that's what I'm talking about with Dan Campbell. You know,
Yeah.
the aggressiveness will come back to bite you in the ass. You know, you got to know when to do it, and I think he kind of goes overboard and um, puts his team in tough spots, puts that defense in tough spots when they don't get those fourth downs.
Yeah. It was a tough one too because I think there was a couple times he may have actually kicked a field goal, but it was super windy in Philly.
Yeah,
So that also influenced the decision. But I think he stuck to his guns most of the time. So I mean, at least you know what you're getting from him, right?
yeah, exactly.
And then Monday night, Dallas shits on the Raiders 33-16. Um, CD and George Pickens sat for the first drive after apparently being caught at the casino at 7 a.m. that same
Throwing up.
morning.
Yeah,
And
you hear his quote. He's like whatever, but something like I know how to hold my liquor. What an outrageous comment.
yeah, I mean, they shot the first drive for their little timeout by the Cowboys, and then they just came out and shit on everyone. They both
Shit
went
on
off. It was
yeah,
actually kind of sick.
yeah. Like, imagine being up at the casinos till 7 a.m. The day of a game and then going out and balling like that.
Fucking, what did they have? I know Pickens had well, they both had a good game. They both scored.
Yeah, both scored, and I think they both had 100 plus.
Pickens had, oh my God, dude, 9 catches for 144 and a touchdown, and CD had
566.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so not
Yeah.
100 plus for CD, but he still scored.
They should have scored again too. He dropped an easy one.
Yeah, he did. Probably shouldn't have been hungover.
I'll just say those guys are pretty good.
But yeah, they're solid.
All right, that was week 12.
11.
And then week 11. This is week 12. Let's fucking dive right in. Obviously, we talked about Bills and Texans on Thursday. Texans get the dub. Davis Mills. Yeah, I don't know. This Bills team is just they're struggling. Josh is mashing all the buttons again, like he did early in his career, and their defense is just not good enough to hold them in games to have those kind of mistakes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, Texans defense is just, I mean, they're just so good.
Yes, their defense is unbelievable. If they can just figure out that offensive line, they're going to be a tough team to beat. And
Davis Mills looks pretty good. Not gonna lie.
he does look pretty good. He definitely looks really, really good. And
I won't-
even his rookie year, like he didn't look that bad, you know.
Yeah,
But they still go out and draft Stroud, and I guess Stroud's probably the better prospect, better quarterback, better player. But Davis Mills, man, is definitely holding his own.
yeah, and I don't know this for sure. Um, every piece on their O line, but I feel like they might be getting a little bit healthier, and that obviously helps whoever's behind center.
Yeah, 100%. But I love that what you just said. Josh Allen's button mashing.
He
He's
is. Past few games, he has been. It worked against the Bucks, but doesn't work
just
against a good defense like
he's
that.
just mashing buttons. Uh,
All right, we got what time is it? It is 9:23. So we got what 3.5 hours until kickoff here.
yep.
I'm on covers again, so I might be out of order with your DraftKings, but I'm gonna start it off with kind of a stinker. Ravens host the Jets. Ravens minus 14, total set at 44 and a half. I have nothing here. There's a handful of big spreads this week. Um, Tyrod getting the go for the Jets. I would expect Baltimore to handle business here at home against the 2-8 New York Jets, needing a win as well for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the Jets plus 13.5. The only reason why I'm on the Jets is Tyrod Taylor. I think I think they'll be able to push the ball downfield a little bit better and balance out that run pass game. And Ravens are due for a little sleep spot. 4 straight wins. I feel like they're kind of in their groove, but this is a great spot for them to kind of sleep a little bit. Moving on to who they got next week. I want to say they got a divisional opponent next week. But I just like the spot for the Jets here.
They still play the Steelers twice, so it could be them.
I was about to say I think it might be the Steelers next week.
Yeah, that's why they're kind of still alive here. If they strung off those 4 wins, if they can get another one here today, they could.
Yeah, they got Bengals and Steelers back to back after this week, so
Yeah,
they're probably not prepped. I mean, it's the NFL. They're prepped. They're professionals. They're going to be ready to go, but they're definitely not as prepped on this Jets team as they are for their divisional opponents coming up. So give me those Jets plus 13.5. Too many points. Tyrod gets the nod. Let's go.
Okay, we move to Arrowhead. Chiefs minus 3.5 hosting the Indianapolis Colts, needing a win. Kansas City Colts off a bye. This will be it for me. I'm going back to the Chiefs one more time. They have to win. I think personally, I think they're done just with the state of the AFC at the moment. If they
Yep.
don't win this game. But I'm going to back them. I'm going to buy it to 2.5 instead of 3.5. I think the game will be close, but again,
Yep.
I'm going to trust that Pat Mahomes is still Pat Mahomes with his back against the wall, and the Chiefs find a way to win this game and cover the field goal. And let me just get that price for you real quick. Chiefs minus 2.5 is minus 143, so not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
And I'm going to play it. But again, this is my last time on the Chiefs. Just know that I've been backing the Chiefs in this spot, and it hasn't been working out every time. So keep
Yeah.
that in mind when you decide to either tail me or fade me here.
Yeah, this was a tough one for me. I didn't bet any sides here just because I feel like it could go either way. It could end of the game. I didn't feel too strongly about either team. I lean the Colts. definitely in the Colts with a 3.5. That little field goal cushion. That's where I would lean. But I'm going to play the over 50.5. I think this game could get shootout like. So give me the over 50.5.
Okay. All right. Next up, we got Steelers at the Bears. Bears minus 2.5. Total set at 47. We are, I believe, I know Rodgers wants to play. The doctors are being a little bit cautious with his wrist injury that he suffered last week.
Yep.
It is closer to game time. Let's see if anything has changed. Still questionable. Remains uncertain to suit up ahead of week 12. This was from an hour ago. Um, it seems like if the decision is left up to Rodgers that he'll suit up. Obviously, he wants to get out there against the Bears. Could be his last time playing against the Bears. And we all know the history there when he was in Green Bay. Either way, I'm going to be on the Steelers plus the 3.5. I'm going to buy it to 3.5. I don't care if it's him or Mason. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just trust the Steelers in the spot. Bears have been pulling out some miracle wins lately, and I actually don't think they looked horrible with Mason Rudolph in the game last week for that second half. They almost looked a little bit better on offense, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
No.
I'm going to take the Steelers plus the 3.5, and that will get you a price of minus 144.
Yeah. I'm out. I'm out on this game. I've been betting on the Steelers the last few weeks. I think it's 3 weeks in a row. I've bet on the Steelers, going 2-1 total. So not all too bad. But I'm gonna take a break from this team. I want to kind of see Mason Rudolph in a full game before I bet on the Steelers. He did look pretty good last week, but give me a full sample size before I go back to it. I would lean the Steelers here. Yeah, just given how you said the Bears, they never know what you're really going to get with them.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of all over the place. They sneak wins out, and they look really good, and then they look really bad all in the same game, all within 2 separate drives. So I would lean the Steelers, but I'm going to back off this game.
Alrighty. Next up in Detroit, Giants travel to the Lions. Lions minus 14, total set at 50.5. Jameis, we're getting Jameis in this game. Again, Dart out with the concussion. Um, yeah, I don't know. I wanted to take the Lions here, but Jameis makes me nervous. Jameis can make some things happen, so I'm lay off.
I am on the Giants plus 13.5. Jameis Winston, I'm backing my guy here.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you at all.
Yeah, I'm backing Jameis and the Giants. Definitely not my favorite player, but I mean, I don't. They just the Lions. I don't know. They look good sometimes. They're not the same team. They're not the
You
same
know,
team.
um, I'm gonna go against you here.
You're going Lions minus 13.5.
Yeah, that stat about them not losing back-to-back games since October of 22 is just in the back of my head.
Yeah,
These
I
types of
don't.
games, it feels like these are the types of games where they come out and kind of flex on worse teams because
Yeah,
they have so much talent on the offensive side of the ball, especially. Um,
yeah,
so at home, I'll take the 14. I wouldn't be surprised if Jameis breaks my heart late in this one and gets a little backdoor action going.
yeah. And I'm kind of looking at I know look, it's the NFL. We shouldn't really have any look ahead spots, but I mean they got the Pack next week, so divisional matchup might be another sleepwalk spot like I did with the Jets. Um, against the Ravens today. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Well, it's just too many points right now
Yeah, no, I
in
feel you.
this matchup. So
I just like them off a loss a lot. I
yeah,
know it's a big number, and I don't usually lay big numbers, but I'll do it here.
yeah.
Just have a little fun. Go head to head here, even though we got our season longs coming up in a bit.
Let's do it.
Okay, in Cincy, Pats at the Bengals. Joe Burrow not playing. He was close. He was full participant in practice, but they're going to save him till Thanksgiving with that turf toe. Patriots minus 7.5, total set at 50. I will be on the New England Patriots minus 6.5, which is minus 143. I went against them for the first time this year last week, and it worked out because I bought the points. But they are 7-3 against the spread team. There's no Trey Hendrickson this week or Jamar Chase on that suspension for spitting. And obviously, Joe Burrow not coming back, even though I kind of think I like it a little bit better with Burrow because you'd have to think he's had some rust not playing since week 2. But either way, I like the Pats here to win by the touchdown.
Give me the Bengals plus 7.5.
I had a feeling.
There's something about this game that just smells to me. And I feel like it's just too good to be true. Pats 7.5 point favorites in Cincy. I know the Bengals aren't very good, but there's something there. It doesn't make sense, and I'm going Bengals plus 7.5.
That's fair. I just, like I said, no Trey Hendrickson, Jamar
Yeah.
Chase. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
the Pats should go in there and they should win this game. They should.
those two guys are like 50% of the salary cap, and the other 50 is Joe Burrow, and he's also not playing. So
Yeah, it's
literally
true.
everyone the Bengals are paying is not playing today.
Yeah.
Everyone
Fair
else
enough.
is making pennies on the dollar compared to those guys in Cincy.
Fair enough. I also do lean the over as well.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think the Pats can put up a 30 spot. I think the Bengals will score a little bit, so keep it close. The over. But
Old Joey Flack spinning it.
oh yeah, dude throws one of the meanest spirals of all time.
This is true.
So
Okay, let's go to Tennessee. Seahawks minus 13.5 on the road. Actually, I believe it's 12.5 on DraftKings.
yeah, 12.5 on DraftKings.
Yes. I will be on the Seahawks minus the 12.5 against the Tennessee Titans. Bounce back game for Sam. And I just think the Seahawks team is really good. This is another big spread that I don't usually lay, but this is if I had to choose of these, we had the Ravens, the Lions, and now the Seahawks, all with 2 touchdown spreads. This would be my favorite of the 3. So I'm going to play the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's the way I would lean. I'm not playing it. I don't like playing those big spreads like that with the favorite anyway. I don't have a good track record in backing them. So I'm not going to, but I would definitely play the Seahawks here on the road against a bad Titans team.
Good road team as well.
Very good road team, coming off a tough loss. You'd imagine they'd kind of figure it out, and definitely a good bounce back spot here. We've seen what the Seahawks have done to bad teams, right? They blew the doors off the Saints, blew the doors off the Cardinals. And you can probably expect a little more of the same this week.
Yes, sir. And lastly, in the 1 o'clock slate in Green Bay, Packers minus 6.5 hosting the Minnesota Vikings. Total set at 41. Josh Jacobs game time decision here. I couldn't make up my mind. I know the Packers have struggled on offense, and without Josh Jacobs, that probably will continue a bit here against a solid Vikings D. But I don't know. I do know. I don't trust JJ McCarthy, so I'm not going to play this game at all.
I don't trust JJ McCarthy, so I'm going to take the Packers minus 6.5. The Vikings beat the Lions on the road in Detroit, but I don't think Green Bay is going to let that happen today. I think the Packers come out and put the throttle down on this Vikings team, and JJ McCarthy has been really bad against pressure. When pressure's brought to him, makes those mistakes. They're just, I wouldn't say button mashing, but kind of button mashing a little bit.
Well,
And
he's got like half a controller right now.
yeah,
He only has a few buttons to work with.
only has a couple of buttons to work with. Yeah, he's got stick drift and everything. But
drift.
I think the Packers defense brings the pressure, forces a lot of mistakes from JJ. Josh Jacobs not playing doesn't worry me. I think Emmanuel Wilson can handle a workload like that for a week and be just fine. So give me the Packers minus 6.5.
All right, we move to the 4 o'clock, 4/4:30 Eastern slate, and we start in Arizona. Jags minus 2.5 at the Cardinals. Total set at 47. I got nothing in this one.
Oh, I am all over Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals to beat the Jaguars in Zona today.
Yeah, I don't hate that, especially after how good the Jags played last week. That throttling of a win. I could see them kind of sleepwalking a little bit through this one.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I feel like Arizona's just been given a pretty shit hand the last couple of weeks, playing some good teams.
All
Um,
year they've lost close ones, really.
yeah, and I mean they beat Dallas in Dallas. They lose to the Seahawks. They lose to the Niners. They've just been getting pounded by divisional opponents, and Jaguars heading out to the West Coast, not quite to the coast, but heading out west. I think they struggle a little bit. I think Jacoby Brissett stays hot. I think he throws a lot of passing yards. Leave it. Oh, you guys are the worst right now. Um, and I think that offense stays moving pretty smoothly. So give me the Cardinals plus 2.5.
Fair play. We'll handle it.
Good
Okay.
lord. Oh, they're gonna be the death of me, Fuski. I'm telling you.
Sorry, we're coming down the stretch here. We got Browns at the Raiders. Total set at 36. Um, Raiders minus 3.5 at home. I will be on the Cleveland Browns plus 3.5 first half. That's minus 157, so a little bit of juice. And I will be on the Cleveland Browns plus 3.5 full game, minus 112, I believe it is. And if you want to have some fun, I think the Browns defense might score a touchdown in this game. So throw a little bit of coin on that one.
Oh,
Shador Sanders going for the Browns, obviously. Um, the only thing that worries me is
Max Crosby.
no, well, yeah, I mean, he's a beast, but I think the Browns defense is better overall. Um,
Yeah, definitely.
and the Browns starters are 0 and 17 in their first start. Uh, out, since I believe since they
Since like 2010.
no, it goes further back than that. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I forget the exact stat, but they haven't won a game. They don't have to win to cover the spread. But I
Oh,
think the
no, we don't.
defense keeps them in this game. The defense has kept them in a lot of games, at least through the first half of football this year. That's why I like
Yeah,
the first half play a lot. And then the full game I like as well, just not as much as the first half. Um, and the Raiders are not good. So
yeah. The Raiders are very bad. I can't believe the Pats lost to this Raiders team. Um, but yeah, I mean, I would actually go. I would go Raiders here, just in a fade Shadur angle. Um, I mean, what did he go 4 for 16 last week when he came in and played? Looked very bad. Um, I mean, the Raiders' defense isn't anything special. I mean, you got Max Crosby who can make things difficult for him.
yeah, that's about it for the
But
Raiders.
but that's about it for them. And the total set at 36. Definitely don't expect a lot of points here. So the 3.5 points is not a bad play. Not a bad play at all.
Yes, I agree. I think it's low scoring, and I think I'm going to take the better defense in that. It's not so much about Shador than it is about Miles Garrett and that defense.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
I think I think the Browns defense can make life very difficult for Geno, and life has been very difficult for Geno so far this year. So
correct,
we'll probably
correct.
keep that going. But if I were to play something, it would be fading Shadur Sanders.
Yeah, that's fair. He finally gets a week of practice with the first team for the first time this season, so maybe he can make a couple things happen, and this defense will keep them in the game, is my thinking.
Yeah,
Okay, NFC South matchup in New Orleans. Saints minus 2 or 1.5 maybe on DK. Total set at 40. I told you I was done with the Falcons, and I'm definitely not betting the Saints. I haven't really bet the Saints at all this year, so I don't plan on starting now.
yeah. Don't blame you there. I'm looking at this line and like, why are the Saints favored. I know Penix and London are out this week.
Kirko.
But I still think the Falcons are a better team, even with those two guys out. So I would lean the Falcons here, but not touching them at all because who would? And whatnot. But give me the over 40. Give me the over 40. I think that could be the play that hits in this one, and I'm gonna back that. I'm gonna back that.
Okay. All right, last 4:30 game is Eagles at the Cowboys. Eagles -3 on the road, total set at 47.5. Cowboys coming off a big win. Eagles coming off a tough fought win. Um, I got nothing here. What
I
about
want
you?
to I want to take the Cowboys so bad, but I feel like every
Yeah.
time I take the Cowboys against the Eagles, I lose. So I don't have anything here either. It's gonna be a good game to watch. I think the Cowboys are kind of maybe taking a turn. You know what I mean? They kind of go climb up the mountain a little bit here instead of falling. And but this Eagles team, man, their defense, I think their defense is just hitting that point of the season where they are just unstoppable.
Yes, I would agree with you.
And Vic Fangio's calling a great game, masterclass, and they're a tough team to beat. Tough team to beat whether you got them at home or on the road. So
Well,
I will not be betting this one.
yeah, I want to take the Cowboys too, but no thanks.
Yep, I'll pass.
Okay. Well, what happened to my thing? There we go. Sunday night, Bucks at the Rams. Chris Godwin will be playing. I did hear earlier in the week the Bucks team has a little bit of a flu going on.
Ooh, did not hear
Uh,
that. That's big
that
news.
was like Tuesday or Wednesday, so you'd think most of those guys would be at least close to back to normal.
Yeah,
Sunday night, especially, give you that little bit of extra time to rest up. Rams are -7.5, total set at 49.5, and I am playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus the 7.5. Um, I actually love the 7.5 in this spot. I know the Rams are really, really good, and the Bucks have struggled lately. But this is a chance for the Bucks to kind of get things back on track. And also, it feels to me like a spot where a lot of people are going to be backing the Rams with the Bucks struggles, and we've seen it time and time again in this league where teams are on a roll like this, and sometimes you just can't win every game. Is really kind of my thinking here, and I
yeah,
could see a bit of a not a struggle for the Rams, but I think the Bucks come out and play well in a spot that they really could use a win here. I think they could win this game, actually.
yeah. No, I definitely don't hate that. I'm probably going to end up on the Buccaneers tonight. I just don't have it locked in yet. I kind of want to see how the afternoon goes first before I lock that in. But I agree with you wholeheartedly. They've had a couple of tough games here, and obviously injuries and whatnot, and this whole flu thing kind of leaves you thinking like, why would I back this team? But we saw Baker earlier in the year. He's a dog deep down. Like he's going to come out here and give everything he got, and I think this is a good spot for them to kind of win this game and be like, all right, we're still here. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
potentially give me the Bucks, but I will definitely tweet that out if I do.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the Bucks here. I love the 7.5 and Baker's return to LA as well. Not that there's any bad blood there, but you
That's
know how
right.
Baker is. He wants to get a win.
Yes, 100%.
All right, that's Sunday, and then we have Niners hosting the car. No,
Panthers.
car. The car. It says CAR on my screen, so I'm just it's just I'm reading phonetically. The Carolina Panthers. Um, but that's Monday. A lot of things can change. We'll tweet those out if we have to.
Yep.
But yeah, let's have a good Sunday. Let's get into season longs really quick. You went 2-0 last week. You were at 9-9. I went 1-1. I'm at 9-10. So you sneak back into the lead there. We are neck and neck coming down the stretch here. Um, Yeah, and I believe it's your turn to go first as well. Because I think I went first last week and went right for the Chiefs, and they fucked me.
Yeah. Damn. Which one do I go with? I'm gonna go over 50 and a half Chiefs Colts as my first pick here. I'm gonna go total.
Okay. 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 I'm also going to go with the total for my first pick, and it's going to be the under in the Eagles Cowboys game, under 47 and a half.
Oh, I was looking at that earlier too.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Eagles will be better on offense against this Cowboys D.
Yeah.
But the Eagles defense is just very, very good. So I think they can stall that Cowboys offense a bit and get another nasty win like they've been getting them.
Yep. I feel that. I feel that. Um, oh, man, where do I go? Where do I go with the side here? I really want to take the Bengals plus a 7.5, but I'm not going to do it. Give me the Pack minus 6.5.
Okay. Pack minus 6.5.
Oh.
My next pick and spread is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Plus 7.5 in Los Angeles on Sunday night.
Damn, he's going with the nightcap.
Yeah, I love it. Love the Bucks.
Love it.
All right. That'll do it. Week 12. Like I said, final stretch. We got Thanksgiving next week. So we'll probably have to squeeze in a weekday episode, at least for that. Maybe we could do a Sunday as well. But 3 games on Thanksgiving. So we'll
Yep.
definitely have to get some picks out for that. But let's start here. Week 12, Sunday. And let's roll that into the holiday weekend.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's have a good one. Let's stay hot. Let's keep rolling. And yeah, let's try to get a Tuesday in this week if we can.
Yeah,
Before
definitely down.
Thanksgiving, because
We
I
can do a
work.
Tuesday, just those 3, and then if we want to do a weekend one, we can as well.
Yeah, I just work next weekend, so Sunday morning is probably out for me. But if you can do
Okay.
like Saturday afternoon, I know you probably work and shit, but
We'll figure something out.
I'll figure something out. We'll talk. We'll text. We'll put it. We'll get our 3-3 bet in today, and I think we should tweet out the 3-3 bet today because last year we
I'm
did
down.
that.
I haven't been tweeting shit.
So I think we gotta tweet it out, post the ticket, and maybe change something up. Just get some good luck going because we started off hot last week. What do you get? 4 out of the 6, and the 3 of them in the first 5 minutes of the 1 o'clocks.
And it went dark after that.
It went very dark after that.
Palms went dark.
Yeah, very dark. But we'll switch something up. We'll get some good vibes going on that, and hopefully cash for some big money.
Yes, sir. All right. Good luck, everyone. Let's cash here on Sunday, and we will see you soon. Peace.
Cheers. Good luck, everyone.